Well, hello there, YouTubers. Mike Martins here, from the Mike Martins channel. And today we're going to be looking at, or could it be, that Kelowna is a poop hole. I'm trying to say this without getting flagged. Is it a poop hole? Is Kelowna, in the interior of gorgeous British Columbia, turning into a poop hole? Well, let's take a look. With the lush, flowing, crystal clean waters of the Okanagan Lake, vested by beautiful, beautiful cityfront property, Kelowna is an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous destination. And what do I mean by destination? Let's zoom out so you, my friends in the Commonwealth, can see. Located in the smack dab of the province of British Columbia, an hour and a half from Merritt. What do you have? The city of Kelowna. But things have changed in the city of Kelowna. The beautiful blue water and the beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking Mother Nature and the beautiful neighbors and the greatness of Canada all in one. So what happened to this little piece of paradise? Well, I came up with a couple of assumptions for you guys. You guys are entitled to your own judgments and understanding of what's been happening. And I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments below. So let's kick off what my understanding is in what happened to the beautiful city of Kelowna and why it's transformed itself into a poop hole. Or am I entirely wrong? Well, it started with the affordability levels, with Canada basically fighting for more Chinese to come in with lots of wealth. And it says it right here in this article. Unfortunately, the typical Canadian could not compete. Visas have been increasing from China to about 500,000 per year. But opening more visa offices could help Canada compete for more Chinese workers, students, and lucrative tourist business. And what happened was it caused a bit of a backlash where Aboriginals and whites are leaving Metro Vancouver in mass numbers, and they're going into the Okanagan, into the interior. And how many? Thousands. 9,345 whites and 460 indigenous, and that's just ending July 2016. And where we're at now, things are very different right now. With people moving to the bigger, smaller cities, I myself are one of those statistics. I left the city of Vancouver. I refused to pay $2.4 million for a detached bungalow that was built in 1910. With a very lucrative businesses in the city, doing very well. And I decided to sell my business and move to where the grass is greener. So I moved to the city and the quiet, quaint town of Merritt. Where did other people go? Well, they went to Kelowna. And what's been happening in Kelowna? Kelowna Capital News. High number of vehicle break-ins and thefts in Kelowna. Officials remind Okanagan residents to lock their vehicles and remove their valuables. Lock up your cars and don't leave wallets and computers in your vehicle. God forbid you leave things in your own property. So what's been happening? Lots of vehicle break-ins, but it's not just your typical vehicle break-ins. In such beautiful Kelowna and breathtaking landscaping. Breathtaking. Then it happened. Kelowna severely unaffordable. It happened. An international survey of housing affordability says Kelowna has one of the least affordable housing markets in the world. We left our cities and we artificially propped these cities' prices that were sitting in a very good, a very good future for these smaller cities. And what happened is that people's children now can no longer afford to buy, and grandkids no longer afford to buy because of this mass shift and migration within the province. And there it is. You could read it. Blame Vancouver. Yeah, there it is right there. I didn't even see that. In the third quarter of 2017, the average price of a home in Kelowna was $495,000, while the average household income was $74 $1,900. In theory, this means families would have to spend all their money to make nearly 7 years in order to pay for a house. According to the report's authors, Vancouver's housing market is at least partially responsible for unaffordable Kelowna homes. The city has the third least affordable market 293 surveys. So that's what's happened. And it's a huge concern for Canada, my friends. Let's move on. 8 men face more than 150 charges following alleged break-in and enters in. Oh, this is the GTA. Sorry, guys. Let me just wipe that out there. That's for another video. West Kelowna hardware store hit with 5 break-ins over 3 months. Again, Kelowna. West Kelowna, Steve Cothra has had to fix his fence so many times, it's almost become a monthly, I can't even read that because that's in the way, a monthly routine when he thinks about the contrast of break-ins at his store. He's torn between frustration and heartbreak. It's heartbreaking. People are have driven to do so many things, he said. Crothers is the owner of the home hardware building on Dobbin Road in West Kelowna. Since last December, his store has seen 5 break-ins, a number he thinks that dwarfs the entire amount of break-ins from last year. He said the string of break-ins began in December when thieves broke into the store's compound and stole the barbecue and ice melter. Someone's partying somewhere. There were 2 break-ins in January and other in February, though the thieves didn't take anything of value. Wow, wow, wow. What is going on? Here we go. Vernon morning. Vernon's in the interior. Car torched in Kelowna. $1,000 reward offered for return of stolen message machine. Torched a car? So they don't leave any evidence? What's going on? Kelowna business owner hopes special machine stolen out of her car will be found after the vehicle is taken from her home and then burned. So, yeah, the next morning, she discovered her car was stolen with her husband's tools from the garage. Wow, the car completely burned with Gordon Road area, and she said she lost more than $35,000 worth of business supplies. That is horrible. Kelowna Capital News! What is this? Woo, that's a nice little excavator. It's a good handy tool to have for a construction company. I mean, some companies will go bankrupt if they don't have one of these to help them with their work. But what happened? $40,000 excavator stolen in broad daylight in Kelowna! What is happening? The mini excavator was stolen in the middle of the day. Sunday TNC excavating job site on Enterprise Way, according to President Tory Chapman. The theft of the 2015 John Deere 21G excavator happened between 10 and 3 a.m. If anyone sees this machine anywhere on any other site that somebody, I don't know, took and maybe camouflaged and repainted, please contact your local police. There it is there. It's a 26G. And let's move on. Tackled after car break-ins. Woo! A young man accused of several crimes over the past months, including seriously injuring a man when allegedly crashed a stolen truck, was once again in late March, thanks to the quick action of a Lake County resident. So this is also here from the, I've read actually quite a few from these guys here. This is the interior here, for the interior of BC here. Anyways, guys, what is happening? And police investigating rash of break-ins at student housing. Yeah. What is happening in Kelowna, people? Is it turning into a poop hole? Well, I spoke to somebody yesterday that motivated me to make this video. He is a restaurant owner that's been in Kelowna for 16 years, that's closing his doors to the amount of break-ins and the number of people squatting next to his store, people begging for change outside of his store, and what is happening? So when people move out of major cities, they do bring the odd crime, the odd drug use, the odd thing does go with the mass movement of intermigration within the provinces. And I've been talking to people, they said in the last 2 years alone, Kelowna has transformed into ghetto land. It's transformed into something that people can't describe. And not only that, there was another restaurant, and this guy is more of a fast food restaurant, and he's also closing his doors because, one, his rent tripled, and he just is not worth staying in business with the amount of racial hatred he has targeted towards him. And it's never happened. And he's been in business for 11 years in Kelowna. Let me know what's happening on the ground if you live in Kelowna. Is Kelowna a poop hole? Am I just over-exaggerating? Do I not know what I'm talking about? I've been there twice, and I kind of found it interesting, organized in a way. Kind of cool. But is this really happening? Let me know. Comment below.